Little People, Big World. What happened to Jacob Roloff? From the moment Little People, Big World premiered on TLC in 2006, the Roloffs were fan favorites, even when accusations arose that the reality show was anything but. Jacob Roloff, the youngest member of the Roloff family household, was born on January 17, 1997. Jacob left Little People, Big World when he reportedly opted out of his contract in 2016. Admittedly, the show didn't focus heavily on Jacob or his part in the Roloff family. Rather, the focus was more on his older brothers, twins Zach and Jeremy, who appeared close on the show originally but later had a falling out. When Jacob dropped out of the spotlight, fans weren't sure what to think. Maybe he preferred to be out of the spotlight, or didn't want to fight for attention with his siblings. It later turned out that there were a few reasons why Jacob Roloff left the family farm. Updated March 2024. In October 2023, Jacob Roloff, his wife, Isabel, and their son Matteo moved into a small farmhouse on Matt Roloff's $4 million family farm. Since then, Jacob has been giving updates via Instagram about life on the farm. Because of this, it appears any issues he had with his family have been squashed, and it genuinely looks like Jacob and family are enjoying working as farmers at this stage of their lives. What happened to Jacob Roloff? In 2020, Jacob Roloff came forward with the devastating news that when he was a child, the executive field producer of Little People, Big World, Chris Cardamone, had taken advantage of him. According to Jacob's father, Matt Roloff, the family was devastated and had absolutely no idea that anything had happened until Jacob told them all just before he made the announcement public. Most people don't know the bizarre backstory of Chris Cardamone and his time on Little People, Big World. Even when Jacob just made the announcement in 2020, superfans of the show suspected that Cardamone had a weird and twisted past with both the family and the show. Chris joined Little People, Big World as the executive field producer in 2007, and just 1 year later, on October 20, 2008, he was arrested in Santa Clara, California, for crimes against children. The Sun spoke with a public information officer who clarified the situation, saying, "The suspect, Christopher Cardamone, was ultimately arrested and booked into the main jail in San Jose for felony lewd and lascivious acts with a minor." Cardamone was held on a $200,000 bond and was released on November 12, 2008, less than a month later. Jacob Roloff said he was assaulted during Little People, Big World. Fans wonder why Chris Cardamone kept working for TLC and on Little People, Big World after the incident. At the time, all the kids were still minors, making up 2/3 of the main cast. It seems unfathomable that the parents and stars of the show didn't know about Cardamone's legal troubles. October is pumpkin season for the Roloffs, and the show has proved that the camera crews were there for October 2008. Since Chris was a field producer, he definitely would have been at the farm, but he was busy getting arrested in California. Fans think that there's no way that Matt and Amy didn't know. Many people speculate that Jacob was Christopher Cardamone's victim when he was arrested in 2008. However, that doesn't make sense since Matt and Amy seemed sincere when they said they had no idea about anything bad happening between Chris and Jacob. The dark secret behind Little People, Big World. After the arrest, Chris Cardamone allegedly kept working on Little People, Big World for the entire time his case was going on. On May 26, 2009, he pleaded not guilty, and in December 2010, he accepted a plea deal and was convicted of child cruelty with possible injury or death, but all the charges were dismissed. Fans think that there's no way to have hidden that from TLC or the Roloffs. Cardamone spent 73 days in jail after his conviction, which also lines up with when he left Little People, Big World. So, along with his jail stint, he also had to complete substance abuse counseling and maintain employment. Nevertheless, Cardamom didn't do that because he stopped working on the show around that same time. Why did Jacob Roloff leave Little People, Big World? Unfortunately, it seems like the Roloffs maintained a close relationship with Chris. Matt even referred to him as Jeremy and Jacob's father figure and mentor at one point. Eventually, however, Jacob posted an update a year after his first statement saying that publishing what had happened to him had helped him heal from the trauma. It's unclear how his family initially reacted, or whether any of the Roloffs addressed Cardamom later. However, to date, Jacob Roloff has returned to the family farm to spend time with his dad, even amid his brothers feuding with Matt over the selling of the family farm. Now a dad himself, Jacob seems willing to forgive his family for creating a situation where he was taken advantage of, even if they never realized it was happening. Amy Roloff says there's no plans for more episodes of Little People, Big World after season 25. Don't hold your breath for more episodes of Little People, Big World. Amy Roloff opened up about the future of the series and admitted there were no future plans for new episodes of the long-running series after season 25. My family and I really needed to take a break, Amy, 62, wrote in a lengthy message posted on Instagram on Tuesday, October 22. Being a parent means raising your kids to find their own path, and I'm here to support them as they do just that. The latest season of Little People, Big World aired on TLC from February to April. Zach Roloff was the last of his 4 siblings to continue filming the series, which first premiered in 2006. His twin brother, Jeremy Roloff, and his wife, Audrey, stepped away from the show in 2018, while their younger sister, Molly Roloff, opted for a private life with her husband, Joel Silvius, around 2016. The youngest sibling, Jacob Roloff, still assists on Roloff Farms, but has not appeared on camera since 2016. One of the things I've learned in life is to take each day one at a time, especially when things feel tough. You never think you're going to make it through, but step by step, you do, Amy continued in the caption. Thank you for all of the love and support you've shared with me over the years. It means the world to me. Zach, 34, and his wife, Tori Roloff, had long teased their eventual departure from filming, but confirmed the news during a February episode of their Raising Heights podcast. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Are we coming back to Little People, Big World? Tori, 33, addressed the topic, with Zach responding, "We are not. We made that pretty clear the last cycle. But I don't think it's been officially announced to people like we are not coming back to Little People. Big World," the photographer continued. "We are done." Zach said the chapter was closed and they had decided to leave LPB Go for multiple reasons. Season 25 largely featured Zach's estrangement with his father, Matt Roloff. Zach and Tori have kept their distance from the father of 4, 63, following his decision not to sell Roloff Farms to any of his children. Fans witnessed the negotiation process unfold in 2021, though it's unclear when the discussions concluded. Speculation ignited that Roloff Farms was no longer an option for Zach and Tori after the couple bought a home in Battle Ground, Washington, that same year. One day before the fundraiser, Matt asked Amy if she heard back from Zach and Tori regarding their attendance, to which Amy responded, "They had other plans." "They planned to make other plans." The Against All Odds author skeptically replied, "I think they made sure they had a good alibi." He emphasized he was disappointed that Zach and Tori wouldn't be present to support Amy and the organization. "I think everybody gets to set their own priorities in life. I'm sadder for Amy than I am for me. I'm kind of used to keeping the space and the distance," Matt explained in a confessional. "So for them to have a different priority, that's their choice. You can't cry over that."